From the mouths of babes, they're telling us. And so let's remember that. Let's remember our power. Let's remember our voice matters. And with that, then I ask, are you ready to make your voices heard?
Oh, no! She's whispering!
This is the guy that set up a snitch line during COVID for neighbors to inform if somebody was violating his draconian COVID restrictions.
The most important thing that we can do to give people all across this country hope is to get them a government that actually works for American citizens, and that's by electing Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Yeah! JD Vance trolls Kamala Harris, and it's a lot of fun. She landed on the tarmac at an airport, and he just walked his entire entourage over there, Secret Service and everybody, and he tries to tell the media, hey, is she answering questions? Because if she's not, I'm happy to talk to you. She doesn't want to answer anything from you. And this was a wild exchange. So he gets off his plane. JD walks right over here. You see Kamala, that's her plane, not JD's plane, and he's just waiting for her so we can have a conversation. Here's what it sounds like.
In a few months, but I also thought you guys might get lonely because the vice president doesn't answer questions from reporters and hasn't for 17 days. Did they give you guys an explanation for why she won't take questions from reporters? No? Nobody? Okay, great. Well, I hope that she changes her mind because it'd be good for the American people, and I think it'd be good for you all if she actually ran a real campaign instead of one from a basement with a teleprompter. So have a good one, guys. See ya.
See ya, JD.
What would you like to hear from her?
I'd love her to answer some questions. I'd love her to just answer what she wants to do and also explain why every single position she has changed. She pretends to be a prosecutor. She pretends to be a tough on crime prosecutor, and yet here she is wanting to defund the police. She's the borders yard, and yet she's opened up the American southern border.
Hi, Kamala.
Who has to answer questions from the media, and it's disgraceful that she runs for you guys. It's also
running away.
But anyway, we're gonna go do our event. I appreciate you guys being here. I wish she paid you some more attention. See ya.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. He should do that basically every day now until the election and just keep counting the days of questions that she refuses to answer. And so this, I think, may have been the other side of one of the trips. All right, let's see. Is he going to lean in for a sniff? All right, is he like Joe Biden? This is a big test, my friends. All right, no lean in. Good, that's good at least. All right, that's good. JD just walks right over and answers everything. So nothing out of them. Now, we got more coming up. This is from RNC. Instead of actually addressing the media, she just goes and reads the same speech over and over and over. And I don't listen to her speeches because I'm trying my best to maintain as many IQ points as possible. Every time we listen to her, at least -1 on a good day. So we try to avoid them. But apparently, she's reading the same thing over and over again. So if you are also missing them, you're not missing anything because she just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. RNC said yesterday that she's reading the exact same speech that she's already given. And then today, she's reading the same speech that she read yesterday. It's the same damn thing. So it's just really repetitive and there's nothing even new. Okay, Trump at least ad-libs. It's a lot of the same talking points. It's a campaign. It's not going to be a new speech every time, but you're going to have a little bit of interviews with actual questions. Trump will riff off on different topics as he's going through. Kamala doesn't have the capability to do that. In fact, here is a little bit of a clip of her. She says, oh gosh, Kamala's creepy as hell. And let's listen to this.
And I'll tell you, about an hour ago, after I landed on Air Force 2, I met a collection of young leaders from Girl Scout Troop 3307. Oh, they were spectacular. Oh, they were spectacular. None of them taller than 3 feet. They were spectacular. And one of those young leaders had a shirt on that said, "You are powerful and your voice matters." From the mouths of babes, they're telling us. And so let's remember that. Let's remember our power. Let's remember our voice matters. And with that, then I ask, are you ready to make your voices heard?
Oh, no! She's whispering!
Do we believe?
Man, that's the Biden whisper. Is she doing the Biden whisper? Oh, gosh. It must have rubbed off on her, along with the cocaine over there. All right, Tim Walz is out there, and he's saying your free speech doesn't mean crap, so just get used to it.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Yeah, there is actually, okay? There actually is. That's actually legally wrong, all right? You can say certain things. The First Amendment doesn't have a carve-out for hate speech. You weird freak show. All right, so that's him. We also have Ron DeSantis dunking on him a bit. Let's listen to some of Ron, and then JD Vance is going to come back out. He again took questions today for 20 minutes again, just fielding questions from the media. They're going to get really sick and tired of not having access to their candidates. We'll see if they do anything about it, but here's Ron explaining why Tim Walz is a leftist freak.
We're doing well, Sean. I was a Category 1 as Florida standards go. That's about as minimal as we get. It did leave a lot of water situation. We're going to continue to provide relief. That's just what we do. We're wired for this, and everyone's doing a really good job. But I'll tell you, seeing that news this morning, I was leaving the Emergency Operations Center in Tallahassee, and you have a vapid San Francisco Democrat leading the ticket, and now they put in this guy Walz, who's basically an Ilhan Omar-style, very leftist Democrat from Minnesota, has the most liberal record of any governor in the country. Is that what the American people want? The Minnesota experience where cities are burning down? And Governor Walz was derelict in his duties to sit back and allow those cities to burn. Kamala Harris was egging it on, and she even raised money to bail people out. So yes, a Harris-Walz ticket is make America burn again. But I watched his speech, Sean, and this guy's a shyster. I mean, he's saying these things. He claims, oh, you know, leave your neighbors alone. It's none of your business. This is the guy that set up a snitch line during COVID for neighbors to inform if somebody was violating his draconian COVID restrictions. He claims people should be able to make whatever healthcare decision they want, yet he, as governor, mandated the experimental COVID-19 jab. And then he says Republicans are weird, yet this is the governor who put tampons in the boys' bathroom throughout Minnesota schools. Give me a break.
Leftist freak show, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. So JD Vance was again out taking questions. We'll wrap it up with him, then we'll see what you guys say about it. Here's JD.
We're listening to these remarks, or we'll hear them on TV just a little bit later. My very simple request is to think about people who are suffering in this country. Think about kids who lost a parent to an opioid overdose. Think about families like mine who can't afford groceries when they go up by 30%. Think about families that are struggling because the mom and the dad can't get a good job because Kamala Harris would rather build the Chinese middle class than the American middle class. Those people could be doing so much better, and they will, so long as Donald Trump becomes president. My final comment I'll say is, it says on our national currency, "In God we trust." That is the motto of the United States of America. I believe that God calls us to hope and not to despair. And I really do hope for this country and believe that this country's best days are ahead of it. But the most important thing that we can do to give people all across this country hope is to get them a government that actually works for American citizens, and that's by electing Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Yeah, JD Vance. So good stuff from him. I'm liking that we're seeing him out there on the campaign trail a lot more. Feels like he's got his feet under him. He's just firing off versus the media, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of it. Hopefully he just follows Kamala around and just goes up to her while she's on the tarmac and says, "Would you like to talk now? Can you hear me now?" We'll be here continuing to cover it, my friends. Thank you so much. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, I'd love it if you did, wherever you're watching this, on the tubes, on X, on Rumble, anywhere else. We'd love to have you join us. Coming back here on the next one. We live stream 5 days a week here, and we'd love to have you back here on the next one.